As you've read from the title, I'm going to tell you what is the hidden link between day trading and lust and how no one still talks about this. You know that feeling when you wake up, you check your phone, you see this post on Instagram, it gets you all excited and enticed and makes you, well, do the wrong decisions in the morning. And then you think that you can trade right after. But here's the problem. You're being contradictive at this time. It's like you're admitting that deep down, there's this pull and you just run towards the pull instead of running away from it. It's like a craving. It's a hunger that has nothing to do with money, charts, your strategy even. It's that same feeling that creeps in when you feel alone at night. I know I'm speaking to one of you right now, literally scrolling through things that you shouldn't be looking at. And it's that same feeling of lust that's ruined marriages, that's wrecked men more in these days in the last 20 years than the last 200, and pulling men and women away from their purpose. So lust is not just limited to sexual sin. It's literally about desire that's out of control. It's about chasing what feels good in the moment, regardless of the consequences. But here's what no one is telling you. This same force is actually destroying your trading. Most traders don't realize that lust and trading recklessly are born from the same spirit, the spirit of impatience and the spirit of addiction. And this is why you're never satisfied when you make a profit for the day. You can see someone, let's say they make $7,000 in one day trading, they can walk away, but you can't. So what's the problem? The problem is lust. Today, I just want to expose and break this hidden connection and show you how breaking free from the powers of lust on your life is not only going to save your soul, but it's going to literally exponentiate your career in day trading. I'll just get straight to it. Proverbs 27:20 says, Sheol and Abaddon are never satisfied, and never satisfied are the eyes of man. Lust and greed, they share the same DNA, yes? They always want more, just like how you always want more money when you're day trading. With lust, you always want the next thing, the next breakthrough that you think you need to ejaculate and do all sorts of stuff that you shouldn't even be doing. The same way that a man or woman addicted to lust can never have enough, the greedy trader is never content with their profits. One win, not enough. $1,000 day? Nope, I need 2,000. Even if you have a profitable week, you always want to push more. Even though you have a solid basis, you still want to push for more until you blow your account. That's what I did. I always wanted more until I realized that greed and lust are part of the same consequences that lead your career to a downfall. And I'm making this video because I don't want this to happen in your life. So I need you to listen carefully, okay? And this is not just psychological advice. It's literally spiritual warfare. The devil doesn't care how he gets you. You know he's not creative, but he just wants you trapped in the cycle of addiction. Think about this. A man addicted to pornography keeps chasing the next high and keeps clicking after video until he's numb to reality and realizes that he wasted 6 hours of his time in the day because he watched too much porn. It's the same thing with trading. A trader that's addicted to the markets keeps forcing trades until his account is blown away and gone. But both are controlled by impulse instead of wisdom. And the worst part is that you think you're in control of it all. You think that watching pornography is okay after making money and then sleeping and then repeating the cycle day after day. But the truth is, you're not the one controlling your trades if you allow this to happen. It's the devil doing this on your life. So don't be surprised if, let's say, you make $10,000 on a single day and then almost wipe your account with a $9,000 loss. And you think, oh, well, that's my fault to make. That's my responsibility. No, it's not, because you're allowing lust in your life. You're also letting in greed. And the feeling of contentment isn't there. Romans 8:5-6 says, For those who live according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh. But those who live according to the Spirit set their minds on the things of the Spirit. For to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the Spirit is life and peace. When you trade, what is your mindset for the morning or the afternoon if you trade in the afternoon? Are you calm? Are you disciplined? Are you focused? Or are you just impulsive and emotional when you click on a trade and place it? Are you thinking that I'm the one who's supposed to be in control when you know that the markets are the one who's controlling you? If you think like this, if you're honest, you know the answer. And most traders, they don't trade for the financial freedom. This is why you have above 75% of traders globally who are losers instead of winners because they don't have a purpose when they trade. They trade for the feeling. It's like going to the casino. This is why you hear people saying that trading is gambling when it's not. Usually it's the traders that fail that make you think that trading is gambling. But as long as you have a plan and that you plan to trade, and then you allow your spirit to trade the plan for you, then you're solved. See, a trader who moves in the spirit, he exercises patience. He waits for the right setup. You know the saying, 50% of the time of being successful in trading is all about waiting. You either buy, sell, or wait. Waiting is the most important part of those three because if you don't wait, if you rush every setup that you take, you're going to lose more often than not. And he walks away when there's no opportunity, and there's no shame in this. You don't need to find a setup every day. If you're forcing yourself to find a setup, then you are not going to be profitable in the long run. And especially, he doesn't overtrade. And in life, you know that a man who's walking in the spirit does not chase pleasure. He rebukes pleasure and receives purpose. So now you know that God's way is different. This is why you are made in his image. Instead of chasing highs, he teaches us discipline. Instead of seeking temporary pleasure by scalping and gambling for 3 minutes just to make $8,000 in one day and then losing 6 on the next by doing the same strategy that you've placed, he gives us eternal joy by being more patient in our trades and being more disciplined when we try to find a setup. So in trading, that means you need to learn to trade with wisdom and not with emotion. Just like how faith is a choice, not a feeling, choosing to have wisdom when you trade can be difficult at times when you have a setup that looks enticing but goes against your plan. You understand? James 1:14-15 says, "But each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. Then desire, when it has conceived, gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is fully grown, brings forth death." Interesting. So what happens when you let lust coming from pornography or even Instagram reels from naked women control your life? It steals your focus, it weakens your spirit, and it makes you feel empty and ashamed. Especially that last part, shame. When you let yourself feel ashamed about watching pornography, how can you think of yourself being successful when you day trade? It doesn't match. It doesn't connect. Now think about what happens when greed and impulse control your trading, and they both lead to the same result. Destruction. It's like an atomic bomb that you're just poking at until it explodes on your face. I need this to be very clear with you. The market, it has no mercy. It does not care about your feelings. It doesn't. It doesn't care if you lost your whole life savings. The market is the market. Trillions of dollars are moving in the market every day when it's opened. So why would it care about you losing 30 grand or even 100 grand in one shot? It doesn't care. The market moves around. What you lose, someone else is going to win because they became more disciplined than you. They became more patient than you. They became wiser than you. But I don't want you to be on the wrong end of trading. This is why I'm doing this video. I want to help you win. I want to help you succeed, man. You got this. So if you come in the markets emotional and reckless, let's say you're sick, instead of forcing yourself to trade, you need to take a day of rest. You need to tell yourself, my health comes first before the money. But if you just become desperate about money, that you chase it all the time, it's going to take everything from you. And in life, lust is going to do the same. But the good news is that God has given you the power to break free. So this is why he calls us to self-control, to walk in the spirit, to deny the flesh and pursue wisdom. And when you do that, not only are you going to be free from sin, but you will become the kind of trader who wins consistently. All my life as a trader from 2017 to even end of 2024, I let lust control my trading because I thought it was harmless for 6 years, thinking that lust is okay and that this has nothing to do with how I make money and it has nothing to do with anything. But it has. It has everything to do with it. Lust is there to destroy the meaning of having profits. It's just not going to help you. Rebuking lust is the best solution you can have to be profitable. And you know what? I'm even going to start by saying this. You need to be the best loser because accepting losses is the same as learning to manage lust and destroy it. I'll say it again. Being the best loser is about accepting losses and knowing how much you need to lose for the day, which equivalates to you destroying lust in your life and being free not only from pornography, but from chasing profits. The profits come to you. You don't go to the profits. But you know that the losses are going to come more often than not. If you're a beginner trader or even an intermediate trader, you know that losses are going to be inevitable. But it's all about how you control your losses that makes you a winner in the long run. And when you learn to manage your emotions after losing, that is the same as learning to destroy lust because losses and lust equivalent to one feeling that you want more. And that's not going to happen. At the end of the day, it all comes down to choice. Are you going to live by the flesh or by the spirit? Will you let lust, not just in trading, but in relationships and life in general, dictate your actions? Are you going to let it steal your focus? Or will you rise above and submit and humble yourself to the wisdom of God, to the word of God? Trading, like life, requires discipline. It demands self-control. And if you don't learn to master yourself, you're always going to be a slave to the charts and your desires. But the promise is that when you trade God's way with discipline, you trade with the peace that He has instilled in your heart, and you trade with the wisdom that He has given you freely. So now it's time for action, and it's time for you to be a winner. Drop a comment below, let me know. What is one thing you need to change today to trade with discipline and purpose for the rest of your life? And let's talk about it. I love you. You stay blessed. And let Him take care of your spirit. Ciao.